G'day guys, Mick here. Just up in the Watagan Mountains again. Decided to come for a night camp solo. Currently pulled up at Heaton's lookout and simply just thought I'd give you guys a bit of a look at what the view's like up here. Heaton's lookout's probably one of the best known lookouts up in the mountains here, and I can honestly at the moment see from the New South Wales Central Coast to Newcastle right out through to the ocean. So I'll spin the camera around and I'll give you a look at it. Alrighty, so this is Heaton's lookout, looking north at the moment. So if you can zoom out the other side of that ridge there, I believe would be up toward Newcastle way, if it wants to focus. Guess it doesn't like focusing. So the other side of that ridge there, I guess, I'm pretty sure that'd be Newcastle. And as you come down, you start getting into Lake Macquarie area. So just starting to hit the top of Lake Macquarie now. You can see through there. Coming down, that'll be around Belmont over the far side. And that's the Pacific Ocean. You can see all the way out there. We're at about Swansea there. And the island in the middle, there's Pulbar. There's the Araring Power Station. The Vales Point Power Station, and I'm not 100% sure if it wants to focus for me, and not on the tree. The larger white part that you can see in the middle there, I'm pretty sure that's the old Budgie San Remo Power Station. So you can actually see Nora Head Lighthouse there. So it gives you a bit of an idea as to where you can see from, and absolutely brilliant. You can actually technically see my house in that video. And then you zoom back out and it's just absolutely amazing up here. So if you're ever up in the Watagan Mountains, make sure you come and have a look up at Heaton's. There's some little fire pits in that up here with a picnic area and a drop toilet, and all that sort of thing. So it is a really nice spot to come and have a look and picnic lunch and whatnot. So just having a bit of a look, I spotted this area last time I was out here, and I noticed a few vehicles camped up in here, so I thought I'd come and have a look and see what it's like as a campground. Doesn't look too bad. For me tonight it might be alright. Obviously some bikes and cars and whatnot have a bit of fun on the hills and whatever, but it's a nice big clearing, and it's got a heap of concrete blocks actually set out here. Obviously somebody's brought them in to run a campfire. So yeah, not a bad looking area overall, until you see this. You can see glass bottles there. I'm guessing that would have been their camp chair. Somebody broke a camp chair or something. Cans all through it. Aluminium foil. More cans. More foil. Like some burnt spuds or something in there. Plastic. For fuck's sake, people, you're coming out here to camp to enjoy a beautiful environment, and you leave your fucking shit laying around everywhere. Even down at Heaton's lookout, admittedly it's next to the garbage bin, but down at Heaton's there's fucking rubbish everywhere laying there at the moment. This is the shit that will get us all locked out. Look at this fucking crap, would ya? More rubbish over here in amongst the other grass and whatnot, more plastics, more bottles. Now, this is fucking disgusting. Why do you pigs need to come out into our bush and fucking destroy it like this? Absolutely disgusting. I don't have a bag, but I'll see what I've got in the car and I'll see what I can do to clean it up and at least take it down to the bloody bins. This is fucking disgusting, people. Alright, I just want to touch on something else. This bottle was found over there in the scrub, amongst all the dry leaves and stuff like that. Now, one thing I don't think people understand this, is that a glass bottle can effectively act like a magnifying glass. See down the bottom there, it's lighting up. So a glass bottle can effectively act like a magnifying glass. What do magnifying glasses do when they get hot and do at the right angle, they start fires. New South Wales was devastated last year by bushfires, so was the large parts of Victoria and South Australia. Leaving your rubbish around like this in the bush is part of the reason these fucking fires start. So don't be a filthy prick, clean it all up. I haven't got everything out of there, but I've got the majority of it. Without bringing bags, my car's now filthy. But as you can see, you know, I've got most of it out. All the bottles and shit are down the bottom there. So I'll now find the nearest bin and I'll get rid of that myself. It's a lot cleaner now, isn't it? For fuck's sake, people, don't be pigs in the bush. Look after the bush or you won't be able to fucking come out here. Alrighty, so I've just pulled up at the Pines, pinned a couple of other little nice looking campgrounds on the way through too, so just sort of small clearings nearby. But yeah, at the Pines now, I'm going to have something to eat and have a quick bit of a walk around here and just sort of have a bit more of an explore of what the campground here's got, because last time I came here, I came in, found a spot and that was it, and it was sort of just on dark almost that I was getting into camp, so didn't have time for a look around. I didn't have time to pick a spot that I thought for myself would be ideal. All the rubbish from that one up, that first clearing campground that I looked at, that's now next to the bins at Heaton's Lookout. The bins there are absolutely chock-a-block, so are the ones here I've noticed already. So I've put them next to the bins at least, so at least when the rangers and they come through, they can clean them up. Being just in the middle of a clearing, it was never going to get cleaned up. It was just going to lay there and pollute our country. So, alright, so going to go for a walk and just see what's around here and see if I decide to stay here or if I decide to stay at one of the other clearings. That big one up near Heaton's I, that was in a sense a good one. Being that I've got solar on the roof, it was nice and clear. Whereas the Pines area is in a lot of tree cover, so I kind of like it down here a bit more, though it's just a nicer environment, to be honest. So I'll have a bit of a walk here and then decide what I'm going to do. I just found one that would be ideal for one, maybe two cars. Oh, shut up. Found one spot that would be ideal for one, maybe two cars, so I may end up going back to that. Beautiful little spot, and there's even a little bit of firewood left over sitting there. So I may go back to that one and stay there the night. I'll see what happens. Okay, so 2 seconds into my little walk. I don't know if you can hear this being that I'm using the external mic, the lapel mic, but 2 seconds into my walk and I heard water. Turns out there's a little waterfall just down here. So I'm going to go for a walk down and get down to the bottom here and just have a look at that. It's only a little one. Looks quite pretty though. There's a little creek up there and I love the way it's caved out underneath it too. That looks really nice. So I'll go have a look at that. So here we are down at that little waterfall. Funny enough, it looks like it just completely blocks off here. But there must be like a little underground water system, because when you walk up here, it comes out under there. So you can walk straight across this, it's completely dry, but it obviously comes through underneath somewhere. Look at that. Good thing is too, it's actually a really easy walk to get down here. It's a nice easy walk to get down here, so anybody can do it really. Just going to jump over this log here, try and do that while I'm filming. don't want to get myself soaked because these are the only clothes I've got, but yeah, that's beautiful. Alright, back over the log. And we'll follow the little creek down a little. Let's come around this side here. So the pines is only just up there through those trees. It's not far away at all. So there we can see where it's coming out. That's quite cool. There's obviously a little underground tunnel there. It's flowing down here. Another little drop off down the bottom here. Let's get through that without getting wet shoes. So another little drop off here down into the creek and wherever it goes from there. Okay, so I left that waterfall. There's a little walking trail that goes down a bit further, so I've decided to follow that a little. You can see there's a bit of trail, focus camera, a bit of a trail that goes up on the other side, but looks like there was a bridge here which is washed away. There is actually a bridge up a little bit further I spotted a second ago. I'm just looking at this. This is awesome. This is all man-made down here, clearly. There's clearly a dam and steps and everything down here. Okay, that comes in from three ways. Wow, so that first little waterfall creek flows into this section here. And it builds up a bit of a dam at the bottom there. Then you've got this beautiful little spot here. It's not deep, but it'd be nice to cool off in summer. Just a little trickle of waterfall there. So this is obviously some sort of dam at one point, because there's no way in hell this is natural. This is all man-made. And you can hear the water trickling over the edge of this too. So it comes in from that point over there, this point here, and then obviously must flow off that way. So that's a bit of an interesting thing. I'm gonna, oh fucking stupid camera, thing's not recording. Yeah, that's a bit interesting. So I'm gonna walk around that way now and see what's over there. So as we can see, here's another little a little bridge here. This one hasn't been washed away. So down the bottom was that first little dam part where I was just standing. This is the original creek that I spotted. That flows down off the edge, come across the bridge. Coming over the bridge. Be careful I don't get lost out here. I've got no idea where the hell I'm going. I know Camp's back that way. And here we come to that last little dam. So you can see that flows through at the bottom there. Must be pretty full up if it's not flowing through too well. The way the water runs down across that, that's beautiful. Really nice. It's down across the rocks. I really like this. Even though it is man-made, that is a beautiful rock ledge coming off there too. So that almost looks natural, but it's not. That's cool. Really like that. Obviously you've had to get some muppets come down here and try and engrave shit into it. Same over here, some muppets come down here and engraving shit into it. And the walkway continues up there, so I think I'll go up there before I get turned around and confused. I'll go follow that back and hopefully that should lead back to the pines. Getting a bit hungry at the moment, so go back and have some lunch. just want to quickly say something. These plastic containers here, I've just grabbed them from next to the garbage bin up here. Obviously somebody's brought them down here. They would have been full of spring water when they've come down to go camping. It's a cheap and easy way to grab water and bring it out. These caps, unscrew. Take them home, fill them up with tap water, keep one in your fridge, and that way you've got nice cold water always on tap. I've got one at home. Actually I've got two at home, one in the garage as well. And I keep another one of these at the moment in my kit for when I go camping. So there's 10 litres of water here. Two of them, there's 20 litres for me. So they'll come home with me and they'll get cleaned out thoroughly and they'll become water for next time I go camping. Alrighty, so I've decided this is my campsite for the night. I did drive past here earlier and I noticed it. The other little one I was going to do is just up there a little bit. There's a few blocks of timber down here already which have been dumped. It's only light wood, very possibly treated, I don't know, but it can go in the fire and be disposed of. I'll clear this stuff off because I don't want to use that. Don't particularly like when people go cutting trees down and stuff to make firewood, but anyway. Not in this sort of a situation anyway. So there's a little fire pit there, which I'll get that roaring in a little while. Wait for it to cool down a bit more and get a bit darker yet. Car's over there, so that's sort of sitting a tiny bit nose down. So I should get a decent sleep in there. Once I put the pot out and all that sort of thing, I should get a decent amount of privacy down here too. And being a Monday night, there's only one other person in the pines, maybe two. And being that this is not part of the pines, it's a little bit more of a difficult spot to get to. You definitely need a four-wheel drive. So I think I should be pretty right down here, pretty private all night, I'm hoping. So looks like somebody's had a rope swing in the tree too. But yeah, nice little spot. This will be my home tonight. Alrighty, so camp's set up. I haven't as yet got the fire going, as you can see. I'm going to wait for the sun to go down a little bit more, for it to get a little bit colder before I do that. Currently got the jug on, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. And then I'll just sit back and relax here for a little bit and I'll get the fire going soon. It's almost 4 o'clock now. I'll wait till about 5 or something, I think, before I fire this up. Brought a heap of firewood with me from home, and as I said before, there's actually some sitting here. It's probably not the best stuff in the world to burn, but it will do me. We're in the middle of nowhere. There's plenty of airflow, so I'm not too bad with it. Kitchen's all set up, bed's set up, I'm ready to go. I've got a mozzie coil burning in there already, just to keep those little pesky buggers away. Bit of music playing in the background, which you may or may not be able to hear. YouTube, if you want to bitch and moan about copyright, fuck you. I love a bit of talk. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So, I'm going to make me a cup of coffee. Going to sit back and chill for a bit, and then I'm going to get the fire going. Alrighty, so it's Tuesday morning. I actually had quite a nice sleep down here last night. Big difference from last time I stayed in this area. Yeah, not a bad sleep. got bloody cold, that's for sure. So I got 2 jumpers on. But yeah, had a good sleep. It was quiet, just heard some animals. I know I had something hanging around the camp a couple of times during the night. Don't know what it was, but I had something hanging around. Yeah, no noise, no idiots, no massive freaking campfires going that are worrying me or anything like that. No people partying until God knows what time, or if they were, I didn't hear them anyway. So yeah, making me coffee now. Sounds like it's almost boiled. Have a coffee or 2, or 3, or 4, whatever. Warm myself the fuck up, and then I might go for a bit of a walk and a bit more of an explore or something, and slowly head home. Alrighty, so just going for a bit of a walk to check out the area. I came through here yesterday, come into this second mud hole here and bottomed out. Now my shocks are worn, but bottoming out on there I decided I didn't want to push it any further. So I thought I'd go for a bit of a walk along here and see what else is here. I did a U-turn in this little clearing here and we came back. You can actually still see my tyre tracks there. So yeah, thought I'd come for a bit of a walk and see what's here. Now I have actually just done this, but thought I'd bring you guys for a walk and see what's here. After these 2 mud holes here, it's actually quite easy. I could have driven it very easily. But there's no other clearings. I thought there was another one up this way, but there's not. Not until you get up a bit further. So I'll stop recording for a minute and then I'll show you when we get up here. Okay, so as I was saying, before the batteries died and me recording stuffed up, I wouldn't be too keen on coming through that mud hole down there. I don't know how big it is, but I noticed some clearings. And you've got a big clearing here, and there's a big clearing here that's all fenced off, and I thought it might be the Pines picnic area. Being that I don't know the area, I thought I'd come for a walk and have a bit more of a look. So, nice big clearing there. You could set up a camp quite easily. So yeah, came up, noticed the signs here, so I thought I'd have a look at them. And sure enough, it is the Pines picnic area. So that'll be, I'm guessing, probably the main road. I'll come past here later. But yeah, sure enough, the Pines picnic area. So now I know where that is. I actually thought it'd be further from my camp than it is, but anyway. Looks like quite a nice picnic area. Not a lot of parking except for that spot over there, which is a bit of a bummer, but otherwise, yeah, it looks quite nice. Be a nice spot for a day barbecue or something like that, you know. So I'm going to go for a walk down the back and I'll show you a bit more down there. Okay, so as you get down toward the back of the Pines, you've got a big undercover barbecue area. There's been a fire next to it, but you've actually got, there's a few of these through here. You've got a few concrete fire pits, little barbecue areas. So there's a few of these through here. Obviously haven't been used for fires all that much lately because there's no hot plates on them or anything, but I suppose they'd still get used for fires. But yeah, there's a few of these scattered through here. There's another one up over that way somewhere behind the trees. Quite a nice spot for a big group function or something if you were to come down here. Family gathering, something like that. And yeah, thought continue for a walk through, see where things go. And there's a little creek down the bottom here, so we'll get down to that in a second and I'll show you more. Alright, here we are coming up onto the little creek. There's a little dam here which is quite cool. Makes me wonder what this area was used for, why they would have needed to dam these waterways. Something's blowing up again. Yeah, it's making me wonder why they would have needed to dam these waterways in the first place. This is all national park as far as I'm aware. So what was here? What did they have? I know there's a lot of logging and stuff in here, in the area, but why? What did they have to do to dam it? Okay, now I've cleared a little room on the memory card. Brought batches with me, didn't bring another card. Yeah, so it makes me wonder down here why they had to dam it, what operations were going on that meant that they required the water to be stored or whatever it was. It is only a small dam, it's not overly deep, but it's interesting. A little walkway through here, I thought I'd follow this. Nice little walk through here actually. Not an overly difficult walk, a couple of little steps and stuff like that, but it's not overly difficult. And I followed this through and it led to something I didn't realise. So you'll see that in a second. This old fart's getting out of breath. I looked up, got to about here, looked up through the trees and I'm like, hang on, that's not right. There's the car. Now I thought, yesterday after doing a bit of exploring, I was under the impression that I drove past this coming from the Pines campground, coming up. But now I'm looking at the trails, there's no way I could have done that. So it's got me confused. I'm going to have to go for an explore again later and work out where it was I actually drove to. But it's a loop, takes about 10-15 minutes walk. It's quite nice. I'm too fat, ugly and out of shape, so that's why I'm puffing. But yeah, nice little walkway. So just thought I'd give you a look at that. Okay, so I drove past this yesterday coming in to my campsite. I did notice it. Again, this is another reason why our campsites get shut down. Obviously somebody's had that to sit in the back of their car, sit around the wheel arches and that so they can sleep in the back of the car like I do. No, but I'm not an idiot, I don't dump my crap everywhere. Looks like a picnic blanket on the ground, something. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to be able to take everybody's friggin' rubbish out of the bush. As much as I'd love to collect as much as possible and get rid of it, you know, I'm not in a position to be able to do this. And it's the rangers and national park staff and that get stuck having to clean this crap up. And you can see this here's got the silver reflective on the inside. It's things like this that cause fires. And I'll repeat again, late 2019, early 2020, half this country was devastated by bushfires. We've seen some of the worst bushfires ever. And you still get pigs that want to go and leave their shit laying around everywhere. So on my way out, I'll see what I can do to collect some of it. I might go back to the Pines campground, Pines picnic area, because it looked like there were a number of clear bins there. So I'll see what I can do to collect some of it and get rid of it. But unfortunately, I'm not in a position to be able to take all that out of here. Fucking assholes, seriously. Alrighty, so I've had a little bit of a walk, had my breakfast, done what I needed to do. Now, it's time to clean up, put all my shit back in the car, including all my rubbish, and get a move on and go have a bit of a look around. First up, I'll ripping that down. Alrighty, so there we go. Awning all packed up, all my rubbish, and then start packing things back in. I used all the firewood. I've put water over the fire to make sure that that's out completely. Yeah, all the firewood's gone. All my rubbish has gone with me. All my cans that were sitting down here are picked up. Rubbish from last night. Never leave rubbish behind. I know I've said it over and over and over again, but Those people that are leaving rubbish behind at the campgrounds, like at that first one in today's video, or this weekend's video, like the last one I showed you not that long ago, those people are the ones that are going to ruin it for all of us and get us locked out of places like this. So when you go camping, anything you take with you, you can bring home with you. If you can get it there, you can get it home. It's that simple. So when you go camping, all your rubbish, all your scraps, take them home with you. If they're cans and you're running out of room, squash them. Plastic bottles can be squashed. Cardboard and paper can be thrown in the fire. Plastic cans, things like that, they can all be squashed down and thrown into a bag and taken home. So please do it. It will ruin it for everyone if you don't. Some of you, I guess, just couldn't give a shit and only think about yourselves. So anyway, I'm packed up. I'm about to hit the road. As I said, I'm going to go check out a couple of other areas, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'll probably still film some of these other areas and give you a bit of a look, see what I find. So, alright, peace, and well, not so much peace, because I'll see you soon. Okay, just pulled into the Only HQ camping area. Picnic areas, fires, tent camping, caravans, wheelchair accessible toilets, and information. I don't know where the information is, other than, I suppose the sign's over there. So, quite a big area. Pretty flat. Looks like it'd be a nice spot, especially for a big group. Still got to work out where I'm having my 40th yet, so I want it up here somewhere. But yeah, camp area goes all the way down that way. That way, if the camera will focus for me. Focus, you stupid thing. Fuck, I hate this camera sometimes. So yeah, you've got a big picnic area here. Drop toilets down there. Camping area goes all the way down the bottom there, so there's a heap of room here. So some of these big ones might be ideal for my 40th. Fire pit over there. Now unfortunately I just had to stop and remove a wallaby off the road that's been run over and killed and just left there. Yeah, right, I said a little bit of information. There's a map obviously showing the areas where we are and whether this camera wants to show it. So you've got Heaton State Forest, Only State Forest, Watagan National Park, Watagan State Forest, and then again down to Only State Forest, and then it comes through Gillespie State Conservation Area. Now I'm actually thinking I'll go home that way, because being that I'm over this way, you know, it's not a bad trip for me to come through. So but yeah, I don't know exactly where we are at the moment, but we're somewhere around here, I think. That's German Point. No, that'd be the pines there, I'm guessing. So we're sort of just here. Follow on different tracks in that from the pines and everything yesterday. I don't know which track it was, but one of them brought me out into here. Actually brought me in here, so I spotted this area and thought, well, hey, looks alright. As you can see, big covered area, it's quite nice. Camera doesn't like focus. It drives me fucking nuts. I don't get it, seriously. How hard is it to focus, you stupid thing? So, big fire pit there. And again, big camp area all the way down that way, so definitely a good spot to have a weekend with a group of you, group of mates. Because I'm a lazy prick, I'm just going to go for a quick drive through here and give you a look. Couldn't be stuffed trying to walk it. There's plenty of area here for camp, that's for sure. Some good firewood sitting there already for you. number of different entry points and exit points, whatnot. Just as the camera decided it wanted to stuff up, there was a fire barbecue pit over there. Another trail down that way. I'm not going to go following trails because the last thing I want to do is get in a position I can't get out of. But yeah, as you can see, there's quite a few clearings and that here. That'd be good for a weekend up here. Alrighty, going to put the camera down now and I'm going to continue driving. Alrighty, so I've just pulled over for a second on the side of the track. Had to swing around and pull her up. Just wanted to stop and have a look at this. So, as I was just saying about mechanical sympathy and things like that, fair enough, I'm pulled over. But even just driving past, you've got views like this, and then come across to the other side of the track here. You know, I have been down here before, I've been past this spot, I've never actually driven the trail down here. I don't think I'd want to go down this, but and that might not be too bad. You know, I don't think I'd be driving down that. You know, but again, look at the scenery. You know, it's when you take the tracks at a decent pace and you're not just flying through, you get to stop and have a look at things like this. Or just as you're cruising through, you get to see this. You know, it's a beautiful view from up here. It's a nice little spot to stop. I've actually seen people camped here previously. So I'm just walking down to have a look at, see how steep this drop goes. There's no way in hell I'd be doing it. I think this is pretty damn straight down. Not too sure where the track's over there coming from, but if it's from here, for fuck's sake, you got to be nuts. Anybody that's tried to drive this is fucking nuts. That's shocking. You got Buckleys and none are getting me driving something like that. Even attempting it. But again, look at the view. Seriously, wouldn't you just love a property out there like that? Not 100% sure even if that's Jillaby or what exact area that is, but wouldn't you love a property out there like that? Middle of nowhere, no one around you, peace, quiet, property to do what you bloody want on. There's a vehicle down there, so it could be Yarramalong or something heading out that way, I don't know. But either way, that's beautiful. Love this area. Well, that's it. I'm out of the Wattagans. I've just come out onto, I'm pretty sure it's still Watagan Forest Road, but I'm down at Jillaby. There's a horse stud in here behind me. Beautiful properties down here. I'm about to air up now that I'm back on tarmac. Air up and then I'll go home and see the missus and give her a big hug. It's been a fun trip. I've enjoyed coming down here like I always do. The weather's been pretty nice. I've noticed a couple of little issues with the car, but I think I may have rectified that. I'm definitely going to have to do something and just check the wiring for the second battery. But yeah, I've had a good, not weekend, but a good day, good overnight trip. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. I hope you've got some interesting information out of this. Hope you've enjoyed the video. So if you have, like, subscribe, yeah, whatever, blah blah blah. Alright, peace, and I'll see you out on the tracks.